I was in the States only about 10 months when I met Dennis Ratner. Dennis was also a stylist. He really didn't want to commit. And I was 28 at the time, and I'm like, I'm ready to commit. And if he isn't, then I need to really do something different. I called my girlfriend, I said, I'm thinking of moving to California, what do you think? She said, get over here, you know, now. And so I went to California, and he was calling me every single night. The last phone call I said to him, I said, do not call me again. I said, call me in 6 months. And about 2 hours later, he called and he said, pick me up at San Francisco Airport on Friday night. We went to the top of the Mark Hopkins, which is a revolving restaurant, and he proposed, and I'm like, I don't believe you. He said, Ann, I am not gonna change my mind. I love you, I want you to come back. We drove back and I got married within 2 weeks. So it was kind of something else. It was fun. His father owned 3 salons called Lewis Beauty Salons. Dennis would find the locations, I would set them up with stylists and help them. And so of course when we got busy, I would pitch in one in these firms. And I decided, you know, after, about a year or so, I really didn't like this side of the business. In the UK, the salon I left was all blow drying, because you have to think it's the 60s. Vidal Sassoon was hot. I mean, people with geometrically beautiful cuts, gorgeous bobs. There was no teasing, there was no rollers. And so I wanted to open that kind of a salon. We wanted to really do a true unisex salon where men and women would get their hair done together. It was a totally different paradigm shift. I actually went to Vidal Sassoon, their school, so that I could come back and teach our stylists. They were teasing in the beauty schools and roller setting. I needed these gals and guys to be able to cut and not use rollers and not tease. You either did it this way or, you didn't do it at all. We opened in Springfield, Virginia in 1974. I got there like at 9, and it wasn't until like about 11:30, all of a sudden mothers were bringing their children in. I mean, I crawled out of there that night. Dennis was the visionary, he could see 200 salons. I'm like, this guy's crazy, The business was really fun and prosperous, and in the midst of all this, I had a baby girl, Kelly, and I felt, my life was complete and everything was wonderful. Well, that was not right. And so it was a difficult time for me, and working with him day to day was very difficult. So when all of this happened, I decided, I'm gonna go with whatever my dream was at the time. And so I opened my first Bubbles on K Street, and it was amazing. I have to say that salon helped me survive the whole breakup of my marriage. Because my father-in-law called me and told me, Ian, you shouldn't do this, you're too emotional right now, I don't think it's good for you. And I said, Dad, it's the only thing I can do.